All right, says we're live. So welcome back, everybody. It is September the 29th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching this back later, leave a comment. We will do our best to respond. This week's going to be questionable because we have no power, no internet. So we're streaming to you live via thanks to EcoFlow, today's video sponsor. They're not sponsoring this, but thanks to EcoFlow, we're on power right now. My goodness, I'm so glad y'all talked us into solar, and we still have cellular internet because our fiber, our wonderful fiber, does not work right now because it's broken about 5,000 spots thanks to Hurricane Helene.
And we know how our cellular live streams go, so
Yeah,
hopefully,
they're questionable. Although I just run a speed test, and while it's not fiber, by no means, my upload was actually excellent. So big shout out to all the restoration efforts that's been going on in our area. We've been without power for days, but they brought in 50 mobile cellular sites. I've never heard of this before. All across the area here that's been devastated by Hurricane Helene. Internet's just fine, and I know it's really meant for all the people out doing some work. So we're going to keep this live stream relatively short. But internet's and cellular's actually been decent. Not fiber internet. Again, that's destroyed around here right now. So we're going to do a quick live stream with y'all. I'll be honest with you. I'm exhausted. I've been running a chainsaw all day. I've been running a grapple all day. It's been a frustrating few days, but we're thankful. We're happy. We're alive. We're good. And if you look at the stuff going on TV, y'all, right now, oh my goodness. I mean, from the coast of Florida, 20 miles south of us, to North Carolina and all the Carolinas and Tennessee, y'all, we got it
heartbreaking.
so good. We got it so good. Doing without a little bit of power, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Now I need to shut up about it. Really, the heck with the power, the heck with the internet. People just literally had homes washed away. Friends and people that we know right here south of us, homes that they've had in their families forever, gone. And then I think there's more damage up in the Carolinas and Tennessee due to the flooding from this hurricane than there was damage down here. And I'm not downplaying down here. People lost everything now. People lost their lives down here. The count keeps coming in. So let me shut up about all that. But we're not overplaying or downplaying our situation. It's been a rough week, y'all. Just seeing the stuff that we've seen and going through the hurricane, our third one this year, like it's exhausting to say the least, but we're alive. We got a roof over our heads. We're happy. We're healthy. God is good. God bless y'all. Thank you for all the thoughts and prayers. And my goodness, y'all, please be thinking of all the people that that literally just had everything washed away. We've seen it happen so much around here and across the news, all the way up north. You know what? But this is what makes people stronger. You go through these times and they suck while you're dealing with them, and then you're stronger after the fact, right? That's the way it is. So let's chit chat for a little bit. You can see we're inside again. We're not cooking. We're not doing nothing.
Well, we haven't even really put everything back together yet.
No.
We're still kind of waiting to see what the tropics are doing and
Oh
what
yeah.
might come possibly. So we're gonna pretty much leave most of everything packed up, so we don't have like the screens up to be out there in the sun and all that. And plus, Andrew probably needs some AC.
Yeah.
He did cook though, on top of all the work he did today.
We've been running the charcoal smoker and everything else
Yeah.
today. Thank goodness for stored meat. Thank goodness for the backup power that we had to save all of our meat. And I mean, we got honestly, y'all, we keep $1,000, $2,000 worth of meat. At the end of the day, we buy part of a cow every year and everything else. So it's important to us not just to have running water and AC, but to save our food. And we're good. So we've been smoking meat, taking care. We're good on all that. We don't have to go out nowhere. We don't have to go to no stores. We got running water. Oh, we're so good. It took us 40 years to get this figured out. I was joking with a friend earlier who's had power that lives way west of us. And he's like, I'm so sorry for y'all. And I'm like, hey, we learned our lesson. He's like, y'all need a generator or anything? I laughed. I was like, no, we don't. We're good. Between solar and generators, we're good. But Tiffany and I learned our lesson a long time ago. We went through enough hurricanes and bathed literally in the Swanee River. Y'all probably heard the songs about it. But we bathed enough in that river to where it was freezing cold.
Yeah.
And
that's
horrible.
all it took. I was like, you better get a generator.
And we bought
better run our well.
I won't never forget, we bought our first generator, $199, and I thought we were going to break the bank buying that thing.
Yeah.
But it ran a window unit AC in the bedroom, and it kept our refrigerator going back in that old house.
Mhm.
And we thought we were living high on the hog, y'all. So we've slowly upgraded over the years. Now we're good to go. And I wish we weren't testing out this stuff as
I
much as we are,
know.
but we are. And like she said, they're talking about another storm next week. Too early to tell. I'm not getting worked up about it at this point anymore.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I'm so over all this. I'm so numb to all of it. But there may be another storm. So we're not even unpacking our stuff. We don't have nothing on the porch. We haven't put nothing back up. It is what it is. We'll deal with it, right? I mean, you deal whatever life throws at you. It just makes you stronger, like I said. So let's grab a few comments. Let's hang out with y'all tonight while we have internet and we for
Yeah,
sure
and
got
plus
power.
we want to talk to y'all about our previous videos and the storm video about the property and see what y'all thought about that, which we got lovely comments from everybody and just love and support from everybody. And that meant a lot to us because we hope you truly got the point of why we're doing this and what we're going to do with it and all that. So,
Yeah. And we were
yeah.
scared to death about that new investment, new venture that we're going to put here on the channel, the new property. And we thought we lost it literally after a few weeks of owning it. But y'all, blessed, so blessed. House is here, property's good. Clean up, sure. Trees, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I hate to lose all this stuff, but at the end of the day, it's trees. It's not a life. It's not the roof over our head. So we're so happy, so thankful, so good. So let's answer some of your questions tonight. Let's hang out. Sorry, we're not doing our typical cook-in and all that fun stuff, but we're making the best of it. I did not think we was going to be able to do a live stream at all tonight, but thanks to cellular internet here and not our fiber, we're good to go.
And we wanted to be able to be here and, let y'all know that we're okay and talk with each of y'all. So we really wanted to make it happen.
Yeah. So Joe says complete off-grid live stream. I guess you can say that. Off-grid power. We're running on battery power right now. And cellular internet. I don't know if people would call that off-grid having internet, but yeah, we got it. Definitely not fiber. I already knew this was going to happen with our fiber. We love our brand new fiber that we just got, but when it's hung from pole to pole in Florida, which is nothing but trees, anytime you get storms like this, well, first they're going to fix the power, then they'll come out and fix the internet. I bet we don't have fiber internet it wouldn't surprise me, it's a few weeks, but that's okay. We still got cellular.
We're not complaining.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're still uploading videos. At the moment, we're still live streaming. So let's just keep doing this right here. Yeah, like Chris said, I didn't think we'd get a live either way. We didn't either, but when I ran a speed test this morning, I was up here in the office doing a few things and I was like, hey, Tiffany. She's like, what? I was like, you want to do a live stream? Yeah, we need to give them an update. I was like, well, if we have enough internet. She's like, oh yeah, the internet. I was like, no, cellular's actually working. So let's roll with this thing. All right, so let's go on down here. So Joe says, I'm up here in the foothills of Tennessee and we're okay where I'm at to the east, but it's flooding. It's catastrophic. Joe, so I have spent more time like cleaning up and been going and helping friends and just kind of trying to get our mind off this. But I just today finally started looking at a little bit of Facebook and Instagram showing some of the videos up there. Y'all, oh my gosh, my heart breaks, y'all. We've done seen the devastation here on the coast where it's just literally just washed up people's homes. They're just literally in 2x4s and there's mattresses floating everywhere. But y'all, what I'm seeing up in the Carolinas and Tennessee, that is just so sad. That is that's insane. That is pure devastation. And we're hearing that some of those places up there will literally not have power for months, not days, which sucks, not weeks, which is insane. Months. That is crazy, y'all. This is why we do a little bit of preparedness on the channel. We don't doom and gloom. We don't believe in that. We don't try to push all that junk out there for views and this, that, and the other. But this is why we have generators. This is why we do solar. This is why we're growing our system as it is. This is why we invested a pile of our own money in it. Not that I want to be negative for the future, but things happen. Things are going to continue to happen. That's why we do storm shelters and all the other stuff that we do. It just makes this crazy world that it seems like at the moment we're living in seem a little more feasible when you have some stuff that comforts you, so to speak. But oh my goodness, our hearts break.
Yeah, I know that those people didn't probably ever expect anything like that to hit them like that. Whereas here we, prepare for that every year. But I feel like they were really taken off guard.
Absolutely. Even in Georgia and other places that just got a Category 2 hurricane, which they never get. It just doesn't go that far inland. But yeah, who would have thought a hurricane that goes into nothing up there, but just dumps a bunch of rain, causes what looks like more devastation up there than it did down here. That's crazy. Always be on your guard, folks. You just don't ever know what's going to happen. That doesn't mean we're doom and glooming it. We're just prepared. You don't never know what life's going to throw at you. Let's see what else we got going on here. So, Okay, I thought that question was us. Let's go on down here. We got a lot of questions coming in and out. We can't catch them all, y'all. I'll just kind of go down and cherry
Just
pick a few.
repeat too if we do miss one and you want it answered.
Yeah, so let's go down here. Let's see what else we got. So Joe says I was so heartbroken when I seen the oak tree. We were too, Joe. So I seen it about 2 a.m. that night when we was coming out of the storm shelter. So we got out just after the hurricane eyewall passed, and it's still windy and crazy. I'm going there cutting. I cut the water off, cut everything off in case something knocked the tank over, and I just didn't want water spewing everywhere and the pump running. And when I shined the flashlight out there, like my heart sank. But like I told you on the video, at the end of the day, big beautiful oak that is so important to us, which makes no sense to other people. New people probably watching going, it's a tree, y'all, but it meant so much to us. We cleaned it up. It's literally the logo. Oh, I ain't wearing the shirt. I thought I was logo to our channel. Everything else, we love that tree. You just don't. That'll never grow back in our lifetime. You don't see trees like that. But at the end of the day, it's a tree, y'all. I was more scared and concerned about me and Tiffany, our animals, and the roof being on the house. But the tree breaks my heart. Now the good news is I've had, I bet, 2,500 comments today on that video telling me to seal the tree up, and then told me about wound seal and tree sealer, which I had no idea even existed, by the way. And I've already ordered a bunch of it. Should be here tomorrow. We are going to try to clean that tree up, wound seal it, although it does not look
That
good.
might make a good video.
Yeah, well, maybe not. I might throw it in this cleanup video that I've been doing today, but we're going to try to save that tree because it means so much to us. Seal it all up. I'm afraid it's still going to rot out. We'll try to clean a trough to where the water can drain out. We'll see what happens. You never know. Now, the poor tree looks bad. I spent the majority of the day cutting up limbs. Y'all, the limb that fell off of it was, oh no.
Yeah, I don't even think you could show how big it
I
was
bet
with
you it was
your
that big
arms.
around I just cut a 6-foot section of it. My tractor would hardly pick it up. It was a few 1,000 pounds just of a 6-foot section. That limb was huge. We're going to try to seal all that up and save it. It does not look good, does not look robust and as big as it did anymore. But if we can save that, and that's our backyard view, boy, does it have a story to tell, right? As do we. But that is what it is. So thanks for all the comments on that. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got so many comments rolling in, we may shoot all the way to the bottom. So Jonathan says, in Union County, Florida, got hit hard, but others have it worse. Can't believe y'all got power back already. Oh, I'm jealous. It says, saw the outage map for Florida is 162 down, or 162,000 down from 1.3 million. Yeah, so at the peak of this, across all the states that just this storm impacted, today I'd heard it was over 5 million people without power just from this one storm. That is crazy. Now, our county has 21,000 people without power. We're not a populated county at all. That's everybody. And the best I've seen today, after 3 days of no power, it's now dropped to 17,000 and something without power. So almost 3,000 people have got power back. And that's mainly around your hospitals, your towns, your major gas stations. That's where they focus on putting the power back first. Out here in the country, we drove over and helped some friends and went and looked at our property a couple of days ago. And literally there was some sections of highway every 50 feet, there's a tree on the power line. Power line's broke. There's a tree on the power line. Go another 50, 100 feet, tree on the power line. It's going to take them a while to cut that stuff out. But these people are busting their butts. I am not complaining at all. Like, our line workers are just heroes without capes, y'all. They have come and bailed us out now the third time in 13 months. No, fourth time, because we had the tornado outbreak.
Yep.
In 14 months. I don't ever complain about how long it takes to get power back. Those guys are out there, and then ladies are out there working all night long, swimming through canals, gator infested waters here, soaking wet, leaving their families, coming from, I've met some from Oklahoma. I've met some from Texas. I meet them from everywhere all the time, just out there on the side of the road. Oh, we owe everything to those people. I will never complain about how long it takes to get power back, because those people are busting their butts to get it back.
Ruger's watching us through the window out there. Yeah.
I just played fetch with Ruger. Oh, look at him. He's like, I'll go over here. I'll go over there.
He's like, why am I not inside?
Our dog's outside right now, which the only reason he's outside, we've been letting him in since the storm, is because he decided to go swimming right before the live stream, dove off in the pool, and we're not letting a soaking wet dog in the house. He's about to dry off for a little bit. We'll go out and get him here in just a little bit. So, see, Andrew's well prepared for any type of disaster. We do a pretty good job, if I may say, if I may pat us on the back. So we've got made fun of for all these years. We've got a lot of new people. We've picked up a lot of new people over the last few days. Thank y'all and welcome if you're here. We do this every week, by the way, on Sundays.
Yes, we do.
All
So
kinds
let
of
us know if you're new.
yeah, let us know if you're new. All kinds of content on the channel. Live streams is just yakking like this. So for I was telling a lot of the new people today. I mean, literally hundreds of thousands of new people today tuned in, and we've got a few thousand new subs. And they were already saying, "Oh, it's a testament." I could tell the way you build stuff. I was like, "Yeah." The running joke on the channel is overdo is what I do, and overbuild is what I do. Some people were making fun of me for it for a while, and
Oh
some
yeah, the
people now
comments on Facebook about
I know.
why did you use
You're
six by
waste
sixes
you're
for?
wasting wood. You're doing this, that, and the other. I'm like, I literally live 20 miles from the coast in a hurricane state, and I've seen enough in my 40 years on Earth living here that I don't mind spending a little more to overbuild something because even after this hurricane and the other two hurricanes and the tornado outbreaks and everything else, our fence is still standing, our shed's still standing, the roof's still
Exactly.
on my house. Like it's so worth it now. Y'all to have cut a few $1,000s worth of corners during the house build to have my roof peeled off now and my house completely trashed and us having to go live with somebody, like it's worth it. It's totally
Yeah.
worth it. I've wasted far more money on other dumb investments and things in my life. I'm going to put it in structures and investments here around the property. Uh, yeah, this has also got me questioning. We're going to do a budget house build over or tiny home build over
Yeah.
the new
You're
property.
gonna allow yourself to be.
Yeah, I know now. Like, am I going to allow myself to be frugal? And what I think is cutting corners is literally just building to standard. I don't like standards. I don't like standard code. I
Yeah.
like to overbuild and go beyond code. So I'm going to have a hard time struggling with that over there, but that won't be our permanent residence. So we'll see what
But we
happens.
still want it to
Of
last,
course we do,
Oh
but
yeah.
we also want to show people you can build something very affordable. But sometimes we want to build the Kelley way, and the Kelley way is a little more expensive because we want it done right. We want it done to our standards. So we'll see how that works out. So Zoe is screaming, "Hi, Andrew and
Hey
Tiffany."
Zoe.
Hello, Zoe. How are y'all doing? I know y'all live a little up north where the storm and rains probably hit. Hopefully y'all are doing okay. So Adam says the mobile towers are called COW, cell on wheels. Well, that's good to know. We've never had that here before that I'm aware of, but we got
So
reports that
thankful of it.
50 of them were coming in, and y'all, we've all got better cell service than we've ever had before because apparently they've deployed them all up and down the coast here where we got hit really bad, which is good because the last two hurricanes, we lost cell coverage. One time it was spotty for a few days, one time just a day, but that's scary. What if you need to call 911 or whatever? Maybe that still works, by the way. I don't
Yeah, I
have a
think it
clue.
does. Yeah.
It probably still does. But you can't get a hold of your relatives, nobody else. And
Yeah.
then internet's lost, and obviously power's lost for a while. So that's sketchy, but I'm very happy they have these things rolled in now. And you need that, especially for all the line workers and emergency workers
Oh yeah.
and everybody else running up and
The
down the
overflow
roads.
of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot going on here. For the first time, y'all, I'm 40 years old, and I have been under a curfew, the last curfew, the last two nights. Yeah, this is crazy. Our county is the only county doing a curfew right now. So last night
Yeah. Pretty
I could
crazy.
not go out after 9 p.m. and I thought this sucks. It's like a back. Actually, I had a better better curfew in high school than that. Tonight they extended it to 11 p.m. So as soon as we're done live stream, you and I can go out clubbing for a little bit, but we got to be back home by 11 p.m.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and honestly, we joke about it. But it's because there's theft and other stuff going on right now. But I thought that was a little running joke today. The sheriff called us with an automated message saying, "You're under curfew again tonight. You can't go out." I'm like, I am a 40-year-old adult. Why am I under curfew? This is just
Yeah.
crazy. Luckily for me, I'm a homebody. I'm always here and I'm okay with that. But I thought it was kind of funny. I'm back under a curfew, y'all. So glad to hear and see y'all made it through relatively good condition. We are blessed, y'all. We're so blessed. And it, there's always idiots on the internet, as we say. We've even had quite a few people call us out today because we put a video out. We always do after this. We don't do it for doom and gloom.
Attention.
We
It's
do
to
it
let
because
y'all know, our
because
viewers.
so many
Yeah.
people ask, they want to see an update, and because we get we've got thousands of comments the last few days, and it's easier to put a video out. Honestly, we're good. We didn't overplay the video. We've we had a few idiots literally tell us that we staged the whole thing. Basically, I guess that we don't live here, and they were calling out things in the video that we didn't see any winds. There was no rain here. I could tell there was no rain there, and that y'all never went through a hurricane. Oh my goodness
Yeah.
gracious, y'all. There is some crazy people in this world. This is not something we would overplay. A lot of y'all know exactly where we live. You know our address. Y'all send us stuff all the time. and literally showed on the map the eye wall coming over us. I ran outside in the eye wall, by the way, when it got calm, and I got actually caught in it. I could barely make it with that shoulder before the backside hit us because it shifted on us. I was expecting to go out and get that view of the starry sky and all that good stuff, but it's been wild. It's been wild, but yeah.
Yeah, and there was a comment about like we didn't even have much debris and all that. So,
That's
but
because
we've been through how many storms here lately,
this
and
will
a
be our
lot of the
fourth.
stuff is
This will be
already
our fourth major
blown
storm.
out and cleaned up. And
Mhm.
we do have a lot of trees blocking all that, but we were surprised too. Believe me, the last storm we felt like we had way more cleanup than this storm for sure.
Yes, and yeah, like she said, it's because Mother Nature's done pruned all the dead stuff for us, but also because we're completely. So when we say, y'all, there's a 140-mile-an-hour, 160-mile-an-hour hurricane coming on the coast, even though we're only 20 miles from it, Florida is nothing but trees. So what that means is that's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing and a bad thing. That means all the people on the coast, they're getting, if you're in the eye wall, you're getting hit with full force winds, especially on the eastern eye wall. 20 miles inland, which is not far, we have millions of acres of trees that's slowing the winds down for us.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. We still get crazy winds here, but nothing like on the coast. Now that's a good thing. The bad thing is we have millions of acres of trees, so every power line, every internet line has a tree on it right now. And I think the last report that I'd heard, our area has 345 broken power poles, 100 something broken pieces of a power pole, and oh my goodness, Lord knows how many broken power lines. It takes a while to repair all that stuff, but those same trees that knock your power out forever block the winds for you too. You go just up above our trees, you're still seeing those crazy winds. That's why at certain times in the video I posted, and I posted it this way for a reason, winds and rain were coming from this way. Then you'd see a few minutes later, they're hitting the camera this way. Then you'd see a few minutes later, winds are coming completely this way as the eye wall passed. Like you don't ever know which direction you're getting wind from. But if you have lots of trees around you, it's actually a blessing. It really, really
There was a
is.
lot of people asking us, what about the flooding? But we are above sea level
Oh,
and we don't have to worry about that here on our
yeah. So if
property.
you're new and watching that, that was one of the
Yeah.
biggest questions I had today. Two questions that I had. So let's go ahead and answer them because quite a bit of people, we actually have a lot of people on the live stream right now. Our storm shelter we built. First of all, go watch the build series. It is strong. It is so strong. People don't understand it. They can't
They
comprehend it.
don't.
Two, are we worried about the storm shelter flooding? No. Even though we're only 20 miles from the coast, storm surge obviously doesn't make it, but maybe even a few miles inland, at most a few hundred feet, quarter mile, half a mile, stuff like that. We're 105 foot above sea level. We're actually, Florida's flat, but we're actually on a hill in Florida. Um, we would need Noah's Ark if it floods here. We really would. Doesn't mean the yard doesn't fill up with water from time to time, but where the storm shelter's at, literally there's 35-foot elevation change just on our property. So water flows away from us if it gets really high. Storm shelter is not going to flood. Second biggest question I got today, everybody was very concerned because I have an outward swing door on the storm shelter, which is awesome for an outside storm shelter. They worried about debris blowing against it and blocking you in. That's a huge concern. That's a legitimate concern. Everybody was accurate in seeing that. But an outward swing door, because it's pressing against the whole frame, is unbelievably strong. An inward swing door, not so strong. It's only as strong as your latches and hinges. Mine are strong. But the other problem with the inward swing door is rainwater blows all in it, leaks into your shelter. That's
Yeah.
great if you build your storm shelter inside your garage or your home. Do an inward swing door. In case the roof collapses in front of it, you can open it up and get the debris out from in front of you. What I did was design an escape hatch in there. So if debris blows against the front door for some weird reason, our AC unit, we can unbolt it from the inside. I show this in the build series. I can remove it from the inside. Actually, you can drop it out. And I designed that escape hatch just big enough. I even showed this. It was kind of comical, my fat butt
Yeah,
crawling through
you
it,
had to show
that you
it.
can crawl out the backside of that. So it is highly
And now you
unlikely.
can really fit through it.
Yeah, I've lost a little weight finally for all the new viewers. I've lost quite a bit of weight. You can crawl out the backside. It's highly unlikely both sides would ever be blocked. And if it is, not a problem. We have cell phones. If those don't work, Not a problem. We have a GMRS radio in there. I'm now licensed for that. We have multiple
He
ways.
tries to think of everything,
I
if you'll
do.
haven't noticed.
I do. If you watch the channel, stick with us long enough, you're going to see that. I like to overthink and overdo things. We got multiple ways of
Not to give
contacting
you all the
people.
credit, because mistakes can still happen and everything,
Absolutely.
but you
Absolutely.
do really think projects through for a very long time.
I
So,
love to. I
yeah,
like to do that.
yeah, you
I do.
do.
All right. So Miss Lee, the most important question of the night: did Tiffany change her hair color?
I did. Yes, I finally got my hair done. Gosh, it's been like probably 10 or 12 years since I've done something to my hair, so I went and got something a little subtle, but it needed it. Yes. Thank you.
Yep. So Tripping says this will most likely become the most severe and expensive storm to ever impact the continental United States. That is wild when you think about that. When you think about the Katrinas, the Michaels, all this
Yeah.
stuff. But you may be correct. I heard today from one news reporter that there's currently a potential $13 billion
Yeah, I
worth of
saw that too.
damage
Yep.
and counting, and the death toll is going up because of this, and it's mainly due for the flooding. Everybody is concerned about the wind and the strength of the storm. Wind, yes, very dangerous. Wind does not cause the problem that water does. Storm surge, flooding, that is the scary stuff, y'all. You cannot outrun that stuff. You cannot overpower water. You just can't do it. That is wild to think. What we just rode through a few days ago may be the worst storm in history. And they did rate it up. It is now officially the worst hurricane to have ever in history and historical record hit our area.
Oh, yeah.
It overpassed the one in
Yep.
the
In
1850s.
1850. Yep.
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 So that's wild that we rode through that. Again, we were quite protected up here. Lots of trees, high on a hill. Well, that's not necessarily a good thing, but lots of trees. We were good. We didn't experience the flooding. We're blessed. We're so blessed.
We felt very confident in our storm shelter.
We
I know we
did.
got some comments about that too, but we felt confident, and we still feel very confident after this with the storm
I was
shelter.
so nervous, y'all. We were this close. By the way, we had the truck packed, the truck fueled up. I had chainsaws in the truck. I had snatch ropes. We had everything set ready to go. She had us a to-go bag go. We had stuff for the dogs.
Because we did leave last time, so we wanted to be prepared.
We were ready to leave this
Yeah.
time, and it stayed a three, stayed a three, stayed a three until about last minute. We're like, all right, we're staying. Then it went to a four, a four, a four. They're saying it might be a five. We're like, ooh, we were talking about leaving if it got to a four, but weather's already deteriorating. We're gonna do it. We're gonna stay. I feel very confident in the shelter that we built. And y'all, I will say, even though I had just nervous stomach, nervous mind, everything out there, because you just don't know. We've rode storms out in that shelter, nothing like this. When we were out there, and you could tell the wind was, you could hear stuff hitting the shelter. The wind was going crazy. Um, it was so quiet, so calm there. No creaks, no pops, no shifting, no nothing. We both looked at each other and like, I feel very confident and comfortable in here.
Because at one time he was going to put the door down to the AC unit, and I'm like, let's just wait a little bit longer. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Like we didn't hear anything from that either. So I mean, why not try
And
it
there's
out?
trees right behind the
Yeah.
shelter, which is taking the brunt of the wind. I felt really, really good about it because before the storm, as the storm was approaching, I kept telling her, I was like, I think we're about to build a whole new storm shelter.
Yeah,
Don't
he
get me
was
wrong.
kind of
I think it'd be very good build for
rethinking
the
it.
channel, but I was thinking about building something into a hill or build me a false hill. You don't necessarily want to bury something in Florida. We get that comment all the time. Oh, y'all are crazy. Y'all are fools for not having a storm shelter on the ground. This is Florida. Lots of rain, a lot of saturated ground. If you want a moldy, wet storm shelter, you don't put stuff in the ground here. We don't have basements. We don't have nothing here. It's just not what you do. But you can build something above the ground and bury it in dirt. And I was seriously consider doing that. But man, the storm shelter did so good. And this was the strongest hurricane on record. Not that I want to jinx it again. What are the
No.
chances of another one stronger than this? I know I shouldn't say it, in our lifetime, being this is the
Yeah.
strongest in recorded history coming. The odds are not in our favor for it to happen again. Does not mean it won't happen again. But I felt so good with that storm shelter. Man, I'm glad I built it. So glad I built it. All right, let's catch another question. I figured we was going to be talking about storms a lot tonight. Oh, shot me all the way to the bottom. I done missed all these comments. So we'll get up there and we'll just cherry pick a few again. So are you going to elevate your cabin on the river? Thank you, Brad, for asking that. It's been another huge question.
Yes.
So for those of y'all that are new and watching tonight, we just bought a new piece of property as we grow the channel out. And it's on a river here locally. It is prone to flooding. That's what happens on rivers. We're trying to do a whole new build series here. We're trying to invest in us, invest in our channel, create some new exciting content. We love doing DIY videos and building. And a lot of people are like, hey, you need to put that on stilts or whatever you build is going to flood. Let me tell you something. Florida has some extremely strict building requirements. And when you build on a river, 10 times more restrict building requirements. We can't just go down there and throw a cabin up and say, we're good. And if it washes away, we're good. You'll never get a building permit. We absolutely have to get it 100% engineered, and it's going to have to be on stilts. And it has to be a 1 foot above, I think, the 100-year flood record. So basically historical record. And if you build 2 feet above that, which we will, you get a major discount on your insurance.
Yeah,
and
you know,
everything
Andrew's
else.
going to go above and beyond.
We are. I mean, what's another 2 steps up to the platform? You
Right.
already got to walk up anyways. So we're going to build above and beyond on that as well. We have to do that. And I'm not about to invest time, energy, effort, and money and everything else into something that's just going to potentially get washed away. I just don't have that kind of money laying around. We need that to last. We need that to be there for us. So 100% has to be on stilts. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's just the way it works on the river now. And now that's the way it 100% is on the coast based on what y'all just seen. Things can and do happen. All right. Did you get any reason for your weather station for the peak wind? No, Mr. Robert, I did not. That's the aggravating part.
Yeah, we were so looking forward
I
to getting
was.
that data and being able to see that from in there.
So I got
Yeah.
the peak that I got was 55 mile an hour long before the eye wall ever hit us, long before this before we lost power or anything, because I still had internet, I still had power, I still had everything from the highway. The bad thing about my weather station is it logs data via the internet.
I'm
But
gonna let Ruger in.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go dry him off. Don't forget your mics on. So my weather station, what I'm going to do next time, I've got a digital display right here on my desk. So I'm going to take it out in the storm shutter. So even though if we lose internet, it doesn't log to the internet, I can still look at the screen and see the peak. And it'll collect it for 12 hours. But once we hit midnight that night, which is, oh my goodness, what time we get out of the shelter? 1:30 a.m. I done lost the previous day's data. So I did not get to see. However, a lot of y'all watch Ryan Hall, one of the best weather stations on YouTube. Love Ryan Hall. Calm, cool, collective. Tons of people that work for him, field correspondents, whatever you want to call them. Like I'll watch him over Weather Nation or Weather Channel any day of the week. They had people right here beside us. I recognize the road that they're on with their vehicles with sophisticated weather stations, and they were reporting out over 100 miles an hour. We still had cellular internet, so we're watching them on our cell phones, even though we've lost everything else. Over 100 miles an hour right here beside us, literally a mile away. I knew exactly where they were, what road they were on, and the sheriff's department way north of us. Now they're kind of up on a hill in a town north of us. They recorded 120 miles an hour at their, I think their emergency operations center, where they have very sophisticated. Why can I not speak tonight? Very sophisticated weather instruments. So we were somewhere between 100 and 120. We did not get the full peak winds of 160 and all that. We're not on the coast. We've got trees. We've got everything else. And the yard would have looked completely different had we. The roof may not be on the house, even though the house is really engineered for hurricane strength. So yeah, even though we didn't get our data because of the wonderful internet that's not going to make it through a hurricane, we still got really good data from people that were literally right beside us and from our sheriff's department as well. So I trust that data 100%. Did we get any higher gusts here? I don't know. Was it less here? I don't know. Very well could have been. All I know is it was interesting. Like I kept saying, it got spicy.
Yeah, that was a good term. It did get
It got
spicy.
very spicy out there. So as we were sitting in that storm shelter, even though it's solid wood walls, you're not supposed to hear nothing. When you hear little sand and sticks and things pinging off the side and just the rush of wind, you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to be out there.
Actually, I remember the last time we were in there, we were like, we don't even really hear much. That last storm we were in, we didn't hear a whole lot.
Oh yeah, the previous two hurricanes. Actually, one we rode out in the house because it only stayed a Cat 1, and I trust our house for a Cat 1. I built it for way stronger than that. And then the one before that, we went out there like, yeah, I don't think we heard anything.
Yeah.
You hardly hear lightning and thunder in there. Like it's so silent.
But we do need to get a better camera because I definitely wanted to be able to see.
I've also ordered us a peephole.
Yeah.
So everybody keeps saying doing a peephole. If we ever get a hurricane in the daytime, they always seem to come at night, which scares you to death. I have ordered us a peephole. I'm going to drill through our steel door and put one in so we can at least get up there and look out as well in case we lose the camera for any reason or whatever happens.
Yeah, good idea.
And it's not like if something hits the peephole, it's going to come in and get us. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. But next time we are carrying the digital readout for the weather station into the storm shelter 100%, and we'll just record off that thing. That way, if we lose internet, I can still see the current 12 or current 24 hours worth of data. I wish mine logged it on an SD card that plugged into it. Now it makes me want to find a weather station that does. Although I love
Oh,
my
gosh.
weather station, I really do. But man, we may get one just for the storm shelter, and we may get a cell phone booster just for the storm shelter too, since whenever fiber goes out, which is easy, if the cell
Yeah.
towers aren't damaged in the hurricane, at least we're boosting signal to them.
Yeah, true.
But we did well. Heck, we watched Ryan Hall on fiber all the way up until about 10 something 11, and then everything went and it started getting crazy. What about it was probably about midnight this stuff really got good. 11:30 to midnight.
Yeah, around 11:30ish. Yeah.
All right. So Robert says, they live there. I've been there. I've saw them all nights. Yes,
Yes.
we finally have somebody that sees that we live there. Apparently, these people earlier on the internet thought that we lived like somewhere else, and we just gathered footage and made all this stuff. I'm like, oh, come on, y'all.
Okay.
Come on. And it's not like we played this up like we're the ones that lost our home or anything like that. We did not. Like, oh my goodness, I don't want to take nothing away from those people that's lost
Yeah.
everything around here. Let's see. We wait for your videos after the weather subsides, but we wait at your convenience. You don't wait at my convenience. You wait at the internet's convenience. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it is not.
So he tries to get one out pretty quick. Yeah.
Ryan says they hit on you because they're jealous of you. And maybe so. There could be some of that.
Yeah, we let it roll off our back. It is.
You've got to.
Yeah.
You put your life on the internet. Woo, you better have
We're
some
already
thick skin.
desensitized from Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they wish death on you over there.
The rudest people on the planet is our Facebook.
And I usually go through all those comments every day. So it's like, okay, let's get ready for this.
I don't even want that hatred in my life anymore. We love y'all so much. Y'all, YouTube has been so good to us. There's like the kindest people on the planet are on YouTube, and the most vile people on the planet are on Facebook. I know some of y'all on Facebook. I'm not saying that.
We're saying the people on our Facebook commenting on our videos. Yeah.
No, not all of them. We have some good people over there, but
Yeah.
I'd say 99% of them are bad. 1% are good. Over here, 99% are great. More than that. Oh my goodness. So after Michael, we lost so many trees here in Panama City that I'm afraid for the next storm because we lost our windbreak. That's very true.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the one thing y'all have finally gotten rid of, what scared me more than anything after Michael, was the millions of acres of fire debris on the ground. That's what scared me to death. When you have all this mess hit the ground like we even have right here, and we've had from 2 previous hurricanes, if you don't get all that mess out of the woods, it's going to die and rot and just become basically just a burn notice. When's it going to happen? You've got to get that mess out of here. I've been hauling stuff out of our property all day long, putting it by the highway so they can come clean it up and they'll carry it to some big location to where it'll all be. But yeah, I'm telling you, that's what scared me about Michael. Y'all, just a major fire in Florida and Georgia.
Yeah,
So
Eric's already made several comments. He's like, you should save the limb and make a bed frame out of it, or like a headboard or something.
Limb is cut up and gone. Because right now, all that's on my mind is clean up, clean up, clean up. Have you considered Starlink? So very popular question as well. No, because right now cellular internet's working great. Cellular internet is dirt cheap. Starlink, the equipment's finally come down. $130 a month. I am not interested in. Y'all, I get 2 gig fiber internet, although it's not working right now, for far less than Starlink's couple hundred megs, 100 megs, whatever y'all are getting. I can get $50 fiber internet here. It's hard for me to justify. I can literally get fiber here, lower speeds, and cellular here for about $100 a month for 2 plans. Starlink, 130. Don't get me wrong. Our life now truly depends on the internet, which is so strange. Our income comes from the internet. So it's not like I would never say no to that. If this keeps happening, and I pray it doesn't, but if we keep losing power like this, keep getting storms like this, eventually we're going to get a break, y'all. It's just the way the world works. I would absolutely consider it because I would lose far more money a month than $130. But right now, I currently don't see the need for a third internet plan. Cellular has bailed us out during this storm, so we'll see how it goes. Y'all, you remember years ago, Louisiana got hit over and over and over and over. Seemed like every hurricane was aimed toward them, and they got a break. Florida went 10 years, if I remember correctly, a long time ago without a hurricane. Now we're getting just hit back to back to back in the same location for some reason. We're going to catch our break too. So it's hard to justify spending money on some of this stuff unless this continues to happen. And the odds are not in our favor, I guess. Well, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna word this. The odds are that we won't continue to have this happen.
Hopefully, yeah.
We shouldn't. We
Yeah.
we really shouldn't. But if that's the case, yeah, I'll get Starlink because I need to make content and we need to do this. We need to earn a living. There's no doubt about that. All right, y'all. I'm so far behind. Let me just go down and start cherry picking some stuff. So it looks like Michael Zimmerman got recognized for being a member. We appreciate y'all so much. We really, really, really do.
Yes.
So Miss Lee says, I know somebody asked you this and you weren't just volunteering it out, but we want to recognize it. So Miss Lee, who's been with us forever, says hubby is not doing very well. Ended up in
Sorry
the
to
ER
hear
the
that,
night.
Miss Lee.
We're so sorry to hear that. We know y'all have been going through so much medical stuff, Miss Lee.
We're
And
still praying for him, Miss Lee.
yeah, our thoughts and prayers are for you and Mr. Watson. I know y'all are going through so much. We've got so many members here that are going through all this. And I know we got some new people on tonight, y'all. We call this our family. This is our YouTube family. Like, this is the part that we never knew was going to happen when we started YouTube and social media years ago, that we're going to meet so many people and become invested in their lives. And so many people are going to meet each other and text and call every day and go to each other's weddings and become friends because of this. Like, I've literally met some legit good friends and people that I talk to outside of live streams because of all this. So it's been awesome. But there's people like Mr. Watson and Miss Lee that's going through a lot, and we have so many others on here that are. So we don't mind when that stuff gets brought up. Y'all need to reach out and support each other, love one another. Y'all have done it for us. We need to do it for y'all. Everybody needs to do it for each other, especially during times like what we're talking about tonight that we all just went through. So Kevin says, oh no, did anyone else lose the live
See any
stream?
other comments about
Hope
that.
not.
So,
and by the way, Kevin, your comment was probably 45 minutes ago. I'm that far behind because I like to talk, in case y'all haven't noticed.
oh yeah.
Oh goodness. Let's see what else we have. Are you going to duplicate the wooden storm shelter on the new property? Asked Larry. Larry, I've been thinking about that a lot here lately. So,
oh boy.
Yeah, here's what I would love to do. I would love to build a brand new storm shelter here and an awesome one, a cool series, like toilet, maybe little bed in there, something like we could really ride out a hurricane all night.
Can we pick this one up and move it? I'm just kidding.
Well, that's the problem. But I can't build another one here if the one I have I can't move. And the one I have is so heavy because the way I built it, I don't own equipment that can lift it. I'd literally have to hire a crane out or a JLG or some sort of serious lift to lift it. And I have thought about that.
Oh my gosh.
If I could move this one to the new property, it'd have to be on stilts, so it wouldn't flood, like concrete stilts, something crazy robust, or a concrete wall is probably what I'd put it on. We could pursue that in the future. Otherwise, we may build something over there as well. But here's the thing. There's no need for us to have a storm shelter over there if this is our permanent residence and we're just going to ride a storm out here, because that we just wouldn't stay in. If for some reason that somehow ever became our permanent residence, oh, you betcha. There's no way I'd be over there without something that could 100% ride out a hurricane or a tornado. We've experienced enough of those over the last few years. They can and they do happen. We've been hit by both. Oh, we're prepared for now.
Well, maybe what we would do is in the tiny home, maybe build out a closet that's pretty.
I've thought about that, but it's
pretty
probably just going to be
beefy.
on standard
For
stilts.
like a hurricane, escape, but just
I guess, but I don't trust
any
a home.
wild pop-up weather stuff.
I guess I just don't trust a home on stilts all that much,
Yeah.
even though they are designed. I mean, look at, even though the coast got destroyed down here, there's literally homes still standing on stilts. So we'll talk about it. But Larry, I've definitely thought about it. The DIY and builder inside of me and the content creator goes, oh, heck yeah, I want to do that. The guy inside of me that says, I don't really have the time for it or more projects, and my bank account says, oh, no, don't you go after that. Well, we'll see what happens, but I think it'd be a really cool build series. And it is on my mind, but we just bit off a big project with the new property, and I might better pursue that first. We'll see what happens. All right. Have you lost power at all since the storm? Oh, yeah. We lost power before the storm ever hit. We haven't had power in 3 days, but we've got power thanks to, we're running on battery power right now. All of our EcoFlow devices, that has been bailing us out. That's what we run on all night long. My shop is 100% off grid. It's on solar. I haven't had to fire up a generator, charge a battery there, do nothing. We've had nice, beautiful skies, been perfect. And as soon as we build our big solar array for the house here coming up in the next couple of months, I got to get on that quickly. I don't think we would have had to fire a generator up once in 3 days. And I don't know how long we're going to be without power. So we're slowly almost getting 100% off grid. But in the meantime, we have generators that we can fire right up. We have big fuel tanks here. Thanks to our wonderful viewers, it's helped us get to there via other means. And we're good to go. Like, we've started from nothing. You know, what's the old rap song? We started from the bottom, now we're here. We've did that with generators, fuel, and everything else. I know some people ain't gonna get it, are they? But oh my goodness, like we said, we've taken enough baths in the rivers over the years, the hurricanes. We've slowly started out with a $199 generator, and we worked ourselves up to solar because it's popular on the channel. Y'all taught me into that. Y'all really did. We've got generators. We're good to go. But no, we had no power in days, and I don't know when we're going to get power. That's the thing. You just don't know down here. And like we've taught some of the people impacted by the storm, they're literally being told, you don't expect power for months. I can't imagine months. And as prepared as we are, we currently can't make it months. Even though I've got a 500-gallon propane tank and I've got a big fuel tank and everything else, we couldn't even make it that long without calling in fuel or something like that. Once we get our solar complete, we're done. I ain't worried about it. No, we're good. As long as our solar array doesn't get damaged in the hurricane.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're good, and we'll always keep some spare panels just in case. So that's what we do on this channel. Overdue is what we do. Backups for our backups. Okay, so glad you guys are okay. Says Kimberly. So happy to catch you live. Been busy few months for me. Hopefully the weather chills out soon. Kimberly from New Zealand. I always remember that because I want to come over there and see where you live. Oh, dream trip for me. Adam, thank you so much.
Thank you, Adam.
He says, Andrew, take a break and let Tiffany talk. And he probably sent that 30 minutes ago.
Probably like 45 minutes ago.
All right, I'm gonna shut up. Start talking.
Oh goodness. No, you go ahead. You have too much fun.
See what happens. I'm definitely the talker in this relationship.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Chris says, I want to see Andrew climb out of that thing, the storm shutter. I will dive out that thing if I have to. If it's a legit emergency situation, we can't get out that front door. I'm not claustrophobic, but if I can't get out that front door, oh, I would dive out the backside of that thing. I don't care. I don't care what happens. Head first, let's do it. I promise you I'll get us out of there. I've even thought about staging a chainsaw on there before, just in case. I don't want to smell the fumes, to where we could literally just cut the wall open if we have to. But I've got a million nails in that thing, so I would kill the chain in a heartbeat. So
that wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, I've got a door front and rear. It's going to be a bad day if either of those get blocked. But again, we've got emergency radios and everything else we can call out on. I can direct somebody to the property to get us. So I've seen the build on that storm cellar, and I've never seen so much wood, solid wood put together in a building. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. That storm shelter would not be feasible to build. Actually, nowadays, wood's back reasonable. But back when I built it, kind of the pre-COVID times when wood was as expensive as gold, it didn't make sense to build it. But what a lot of people don't know is we got hit by a tornado. Boy, we're really catching it over here. 4.5 years ago.
We're not making this up.
We're not making this up. Direct hit by a tornado. Destroyed the barn that I was sleeping under in a camper. We was living in a camper at the time, developing the property. No house or nothing. Totaled the camper. Tried to flip it. Luckily, I had it anchored to the ground. Overdue is what I do. Completely destroyed the barn. So I salvaged the majority of the wood for that build out of the barn. So it was not a very expensive build for me, but it was very time consuming. But yeah, I used a lot of wood in that thing. There's no doubt about that. And everybody goes crazy when they hear wood, but y'all, when there's not a hollow cavity in the wall anywhere, and it's this thick and it's laminated and glued and screwed and nailed, people just don't understand how strong that is. I could probably go drive my truck in it at Lord knows how many miles an hour, and I don't think you could knock it off the base. I really don't think you could. Like, it would crush the truck. People underestimate how absorbent wood is too. Wood absorbs shock like crazy. Concrete actually does not, but concrete is strong. But wood absorbs stuff thrown at it. It's a wonderful thing when it's done correctly. But we did the best we could of what we had at the time. We had a tornado barn that was thrown out in the yard and crumpled up like this. I took all the lumber out of it. I'm like, what you want to do with it? And ironically, the tornado damaged barn built us a tornado shelter. Like, how ironic is that?
And I mean, other than the hurricanes, we don't get the major tornadoes like other areas do.
We do not. We're in Florida. We get tons of tornadoes, but they're very small. They spin up very quick. They go away quick. What we got hit by was an EF1, which I never want to experience again. I'd rather ride out a hurricane any day of the
Oh
week
yeah.
than a
Oh
tornado.
yeah.
Let's get that straight.
That
That was
was the scariest
frightening.
moment of our lives. Yeah.
Oh, the sounds and the quick rush. It's gone in 30 seconds, but I never want to experience that again. Oh my goodness. So apparently we got a bullseye on us over here now that we talk about all this stuff. I've been trying to get
I
her to
know.
move
I
to
keep
Kentucky
saying
for
that we're in Tornado
years.
Alley, and
I keep tease her all the time, like, you sure you don't want to move to Kentucky? I've been wanting to go out there and buy a big tract of land, do a little
but
hunting
if
and
this
farming.
keeps happening over and over,
Yeah,
we
she,
may.
she did tell me today. She goes, all right, if this happens again next year, we might think about Kentucky. But although I'm starting to get a little old for Kentucky, it gets cold and there's snow up there occasionally, and I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, you got a bunch of arthritis already.
Sure. I'm young. I feel good. And you like your beach.
Yes.
She loves her beach.
Gotta have my beach.
Yeah. So, question. Are you going to let us help you plan your new house at the property? If I'm being honest, no, Crystal, because I'm super picky and she's the ultimate designer. But yes, we will absolutely allow y'all to
Take any suggestions.
we'll take some suggestions because y'all actually did some really good suggestions with this
Yeah, I'm
house.
good with that.
As far as the overall house plan, we don't even know yet. We've had people ask us left and right. Don't get me wrong. Okay, we've looked at stuff. It's going to be small. And when we say tiny home, we better be careful saying that because the true term tiny home is what, 500 square foot or less, 400 square foot or less. We're thinking 6 to 800 square feet will be plenty good.
I thought maybe that was still considered tiny, but okay.
No, there's a true definition for
Okay.
tiny home.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
thinking
Then I
6 to
guess we do gotta
800
be
would be
careful.
very affordable, very roomy for a weekend getaway, for a rental, for whatever, for a first time homeowner, things like that. And we think we can build that very, very affordable and make an awesome series out of it. Like, again, we think we can build this for the price of a decent vehicle and show y'all how to do it. That's the whole plan with this. We're excited about doing that. But when we say tiny, it's literally going to be probably half the size of this home. This is not a big home that we built here on the channel. So the layout will probably be up to us. We got some very specific needs that we want for any little details and suggestions. Absolutely. Bring them on. The worst we can say is, nah. Best we can say is, I like that. We're going to
Yeah, you never
incorporate that in the
know.
house.
You
So
never know.
absolutely. We always welcome suggestions. And I was cutting up with you, Crystal, saying no, but maybe. Okay, let's go on down here. I have missed so many. So, all right, good point. The records only go back to the 1850s because that was when the Hall of History mysteriously blew away. And I was curious about that, where they kept saying this is the strongest storm since the 1850s. I was telling her, I was like, how good of records were they keeping in the 1850s?
Exactly.
How
Yeah.
good of instrumentation that didn't exist did they have in the 1850s? There could have been stronger storms. Nobody knew no better. And this could be absolutely the strongest, which they're claiming. But you've got a valid point there. We don't really know. They just kind of looked around things and said, yep, this looks really bad. This is the worst we've ever seen. Regardless, I don't want to break our current record. I don't want to break it at all. Not in my lifetime. It needs to go somewhere else. So, what someone said, I lost the comment. I'd feel safe in your shelter in the EF5 tornado. What people don't realize is that's what it's actually engineered for. Although I would never ride out in an EF5 in that. Those are the ones that pick up trains and toss them and semis.
No.
Luckily, those don't exist in Florida. If they did, I would be underground in my underwater shelter because it would be underwater. But that's the only place I'd feel safe with an EF5 tornado. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, what those things can do is put two of
Scary,
these major
scary.
hurricanes together. Now you've got one of those tornadoes. Oh my goodness.
Keep going up.
Okay, yeah. How far did I miss
All
it?
right. Okay.
Oh, there's Adam. Thank you so much. He said he's not taking a break.
An hour ago.
That's not what I do, Adam. You already know that. You've been here for forever. Scrolling down. Yeah, I'm so far behind y'all. Sorry. We got quite a few people on tonight, so we've got a lot more questions than normal. Are y'all still with T-Mobile? We are on our cellular internet. So have y'all seen the crazy fast speed since after the Hurricane Helen? I've never got 500 down, 15, 20 up. I'm not getting anywhere near those speeds, but I am getting very good upload speeds, which is exactly what we need for live stream. So Paul, that's because they've got mobile stations staged everywhere to kind of help out all the emergency workers and everything else. Because we finally went and seen some friends yesterday because we needed a break because everybody's depressed And that's what everybody kept saying. My phone never worked this good. I was like, yeah, that's because you've got more towers here or mobile stations than you've ever had before. And as soon as the hurricane restoration's over, we're going to go back to our junky cell signal, but that's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
we're good. We're good.
Miss Lee,
Thank you, Miss
I'm
Lee.
so far behind. But I did just now make it to you. Thank you so much. She said guest house development on the new prop. Oh, guest house on
Yeah,
the new
she
prop.
said she wants to come stay.
I
in the
got you. It might have to be a Murphy bed. So this is a question we've got several times a day on the new property video. So people are like, hey, why don't you build multiple rentals there or this, that, and the other and earn some money? All sounds fine and dandy. We don't live in as free of a country as we think we do anymore. So down there where that is, and actually a lot of the land, at least in Florida, there is only a single dwelling for a certain amount of acreage. And out here in the country, it's either 5 acres, 10 acres, sometimes 20 acres, single dwelling. That's it. One and done. I think out here where our property is, because we're in an agricultural zone, it's either 10 or 20 acres. So we would have to split up a big section of our property to add more homes. Down there where the river lot is, it's one dwelling. That's it. No guest house, no nothing. Now, the good news is you can build a certain size home. You can always add on to it as long as your septic can handle it. That's why we're oversizing our septic now to handle literally twice the size home that we plan on building. So I guess the guest house would have to be an addition, or it could just be a fold out Murphy bed, very close and comfortable with each other. So we'll see. But thank you so much, Miss Lee. We
Thank you, Miss
appreciate you.
Lee.
We appreciate you so much. All right. So Mr. Jimmy, golly, it's been 15 months since he just got honored for being a member for 15 months. Says we are all just blessed compared to others around us all. That's right. And Mr. Jimmy lives up in the Carolinas too.
Absolutely.
And we somehow sent him the hurricane, and they've been dealing with, all the flooding and rain and everything else. So glad you're okay, Jimmy. We really are. So Miss Lee says, thanks for all your thoughts and prayers. We're definitely thinking of you and Mr. Watson. We for sure are. Mr. Robert, I need to check into this. He said you'd have to confirm, but I believe
Yeah,
with
interesting,
Starlink, you
isn't
can
it?
turn it off and on monthly as need. Maybe just turn on once the storm is imminent. If that's the case, I'm very much interested because I've seen the Starlink stuff, which used to be $700 for the equipment, is now like $199 at Costco or Sam's. It's one of those.
Yeah, look into it.
I will absolutely get it if I can turn it off and on. That would be awesome for times like this. That would really benefit us having our lives on the internet, so to speak. Okay, I'll look into that. Oh, look at this. Lotus says, we just ordered Starlink. They added a $100 fee since they say the Southeast is a congested area.
Wow.
How about that? They also said it might slow down at peak hours, even if we were paying the $120 per month. So I know several friends around here with it. When it first come out, when you had to do the wait list thing, by the way, we were on the wait list a year and a half and finally got tired of waiting. They kept telling us we'd get it. We never got it. Tell us we'd get it. So I've tried to get Starlink, but people used to get amazing speeds around here. And then once they opened it up, everybody started getting on. I started hearing complaints. Oh, it's not what it used to be. The upload not what it used to be. The congestion's there. After hours, peak hours, things aren't as good as they used to be. Don't get me wrong. If you're in an area with no internet, it's better than nothing. 100%. I think it's a wonderful invention. Don't let me downplay it. But that's what worries me. I get all that money invested in the big monthly fees, and then it's just not what it's cracked up to be. But if, like Mr. Roberts said, I can potentially turn it off and on, I'm 100%
Yeah,
interested.
that might be an option,
We-
or at least from maybe over there. And if we have to use it,
That's right. Well, we can. They actually have
yeah,
RV
the
portable
RV
ones, all
that's
kinds
what
of
I
stuff
was
like that.
thinking.
We may.
That's what I was
I'm gonna
thinking.
look into that. Music Junkie says, "Aren't you glad you overbuilt?" Always, always.
Oh yeah.
100%. That's one person that called us out and said we lied. We weren't in the hurricane because my fence was still standing out there, my wood fence. I was like, oh man, the running joke on my channel is overdue is what I do, and everybody gets on me for overbuilding.
I mean, their ignorance, whatever. I mean,
they are ignorant, and that's not necessarily meant.
Not meaning it in a.
That's not meant as a bad term. A lot of
Yeah.
people take it that way. That just means lack of understanding. You just don't understand because you haven't watched the channel. But I spend more money on building things to make sure it doesn't blow away. Literally, that's literally why I overbuild things. I don't want it to blow away. So Bobby says hurricanes scare me. You guys are strong to live through all the problems. I guess it's just what you have in your area. You know what scares us? Forest fires.
Yeah.
like Miss Lee and it's not Adam Cash. Adam lives up in the Dakotas. That lives. Oh, sorry, what's supposed to say? Adam lives in West Virginia. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, we
The people that live where there's fire scares me. Where y'all get them every single year, and you don't know if this is the year it's going to rush up the mountain and burn everything down. I couldn't live there. And some people say they can't live here with the hurricanes. At least the hurricane, I get 2 weeks notice, 3 weeks notice sometimes. Like you can see it coming, leave, come back. And then some of y'all out in the Midwest, like the thought of an EF5 at nighttime rolling through and wiping the town out. While we get tornadoes here, we don't get those. We just don't get those. That frightens me because those can pop up at a moment's notice. At least with our stuff, while it's devastating, we get so much notice. I guess it just gives you time to just mentally prepare and go. It is what it is. Either I'm
Plus,
leaving,
it's what
I'm
we've
staying.
always known,
That's
We're
right.
born and
It
raised
is
here,
what you know.
so
I couldn't go live
yeah.
in some of these big inner cities where there's violence and crime and gunshots every night outside my window. Oh, heck no. I'm packing up and leaving, but some people they're used to it. We all have something that we deal with. I mean, people need to realize that. We've all got something. Earthquakes that nobody has notice for. You just wake up in the middle of the night and your house is falling down around you. No, 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 no. Don't want none of that in my life. Can't do it. All right. I got to jump on down. I'm so far behind. We'll grab a few more because we've already been yakking an hour. So to all the people that's new on the night, we typically do this about 1 hour on Sundays. We're usually outside cooking and hanging out, having a good time, but tonight's a little different.
Yeah, and I'm
Obviously.
noticing it's pitch black dark out there right now,
Oh,
so
yep.
the time is definitely
Yes,
changing.
it is. And I finally seen next week, I'm seeing some 60s. Now that's our lows. That's what we brag about in Florida. We always brag about our lows. Unless it's summertime, we brag about our highs. So I'm seeing some 60s. Oh, that's going to be so nice because I've been sweating doing hurricane cleanup, running chainsaws. We may have our first fire next week. Oh,
Oh,
I
I
cannot wait.
pray.
Power or not, if I can sit outside and have a fire, oh man, we've made it. I love fall. I absolutely love fall. So how did your garden hold up during the storm? Oh, that thing's been going a while, Nicole. We did not plant a fall garden this year because we just don't have time and we've been on the carnivore diet. So we just didn't really do a fall garden.
It actually helped us out a little bit because it knocked a lot of it down. So
It did. I'm waiting for the first couple good frost where the garden turns brown because it looks like a jungle out there, and I'm gonna go out with a torch, light it, walk away, burn it down. That'll be the best cleanup we can do for our next spring garden here as we slowly start introducing vegetables back into our life right here. How are the chickens doing? I'm gonna finally your chance to talk because some people today said those chickens looked traumatized when we opened up
yeah,
the door today.
they
So
were
you
pretty
tell them all about
scared.
that.
They were really scared, but as we've talked, Andrew overbuilds things, so I felt confident that they were going to be safe up there underneath the barn. They're 8x8 posts, right? No,
4x4s.
no, 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 no. The posts of the barn, though.
Oh, that's 8x8s. But
Yeah.
yeah, the chicken
So
coop
the
4x4s.
chicken coop is built inside of 8x8 posts, which helps support it too.
Yep,
But
they are tied to
and
that.
underneath that roof, so I felt very confident that they were going to be okay. But they were a little scared. They were a little wet. I did have to go out there and clean the whole coop because it got soaked and all that, which is whatever it is. But they're back to their normal. They're happy. We're letting them out. They're
They
doing
didn't blow away.
yeah.
So
Now, last storm, they were not smart enough to go up in the chicken coop.
the
So,
hen house, yeah.
yeah, the hen house. So they all got soaking wet. I had to go out there and dry each one of them off with a
They
towel.
look so
I
horrible.
thought they were going to go up there. I
The
figured.
next morning we come out, they look it looked like you'd run them through the washing machine. Like we thought for sure they're going to go in the hen house because they go in the hen house and they're going to get out of this storm. No,
No,
no. So this time we forced all of them up there and screwed the door shut to make sure they were safe because they're
yeah.
not smart enough to know how to get out of a hurricane.
So I
My
guess that's what
goodness.
we'll have to do from now on.
But it didn't blow away. I overbuilt
Mhm.
that thing. I remember people telling me, "Oh, that is such a waste of wood and this, that, and other. You must have $1,000 in that chicken coop." I think I did, by the way. You so overbuilt that. It's so stupid. And hey, they made it
They
through
don't
they made
understand.
it through a Cat 4 hurricane. So we protected our $30 worth of chickens with that $1,000 coop. So y'all, what you think about that? Who's the smart ones here?
30.
We could actually buy a lot of eggs when
Oh,
nine
and
nine
Zoe
hundred
wants
seventy
to know how
dollars.
many chickens we have. We have 8 chickens.
I always say 7 because all I count's the
7
hens.
hens, 1 rooster,
Our
8
aggravating
total.
rooster, who I could care less for,
Yeah.
I don't count him. We have 7 hens. So I watched the build on the storm shelter. I'm going to say I'm starting mine tomorrow. Go
All
for
right.
it. Go for it. So if you look at the links, actually some of them aren't active anymore. I need to go through that whole series. So there is engineered plans from forest wood forestry products or something like that. They
Oh, it
did
was from FEMA.
no. Well, you could FEMA has their own wooden shelter too.
Oh, okay.
But it's wood forestry products, something like that. Just go on Google, type in wooden tornado shelter. There's a full PDF, 9 pages of engineered plans for this same wooden tornado shelter I built. Now, I did modify mine a little and I built it outside. These are made to build in a basement. I weatherproof mine, so I did do it a little different. Regardless, it's been engineered and tested, actually shoved in a tornado test facility. I watched the videos. You can find them on YouTube. They shot 2x4s out at a few 100 miles an hour into the side, into the door,
I
everywhere
can't
else.
remember. Did you explain that in the videos?
I did on some, but
Yeah.
people don't believe you.
Okay.
When they see wood, they don't believe you. But
Yeah.
it's actually rated to 250 miles an hour for an EF5. Do I trust it in an EF5? No. Again, if an F-150 comes flying at me in an EF5 and hits that, it's probably not going to be there. But neither are all these piddly little quarter-inch steel stand-up tornado shelters that everybody gets put in their garages. Let's be honest. I think I'll trust my wood shelter over a quarter-inch steel any day of the week. But if you want to follow it plan by plan, I put the link in every video description in that full playlist. But some of the links, for some reason, aren't active. Just go to Google, type in wooden tornado shelter. You'll find the same exact plans I built off of, download them, and build away. So it's not like this is something I whipped up. Although I did modify mine. So, and I admitted that in the videos. So that could hurt me, could help me. I actually strengthened mine a little more, but being in a garage and being on a full concrete slab is really going to give you some extra strength, I think. But I have mine anchored in the ground in the way that they never did as well. I trust it. Let's just say that much. So are we ever going to put the, boy, we get asked this about every live stream we do up here. You ever going to put the 100K plaque right here,
I
which we're so
know. We're
thankful to
not
have on the
trying to
wall?
be disrespectful of it. We're very thankful, but I'll answer it for you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
So
I've talked
Andrew
enough.
has yet to build his desk that he wants to build in here and kind of design his little desk area up here. So once he can get to that project, and it's kind of lower on the list, but once he can get to that project, he's going to put it on the wall somewhere. But we didn't want to make multiple holes and move it around the wall until he can figure out what he
Yeah.
wants to put up here.
I love building things. For those
So.
of y'all that are new, I like do woodworking. I do a lot of metalworking. I built our house that you're seeing us in right here. All this is on the channel, by the way. Built our stairs, all that stuff. Not bragging. I just love to build. That's what's popular about the channel. I don't just want to throw the plaque on the wall. I want to do some custom built wood shelvings with some metal brackets. I want to do a custom built wood desk up here. But we keep putting all these other projects in front of this stuff, including we just bought new property and going to do a
Miss
new.
Lee says Tiffany's sewing room.
Yeah, we got to do Tiffany's sewing room. But I'm shoving her back in the attic, by the way. That's a huge air conditioned attic behind us. It's a pretty unique house, and I'm shoving her back there for her sewing room.
We did talk about the next material list that we get delivered out here.
Yes.
We'll get the stuff for that. So.
And that next material list is going to have stuff for some awesome woodworking projects. We're going to do swings over at the new property. We're going to do picnic tables, all kinds of just fun little builds. I love teaching people how to use a welder, how to use woodworking tools, how to do stuff. Quit being, again, I know we're talking to some new people or not because I see the numbers are up, but we want to inspire you. That's what I love doing with YouTube. I want to educate you. I don't want you to be scared of stuff. I learned all the stuff. I learned a lot of it via YouTube. So I want to show you how to use some woodworking tools or how to do something. How to do some plumbing or electrical. Everybody's favorite. That's a running joke on the channel. I love doing electrical. So we love showing all that. But I don't even remember what the question was and where we run off to. But yeah.
I don't know either anymore.
Yeah, how about that? And then I love what Patricia says. She says at the beginning, you said this is going to be short update.
Yeah,
and she's got
this
a bunch
is
of
probably our
laughing faces.
longest live stream yet.
Yeah, it is.
That's all right. We have a lot to answer tonight, so
Yeah,
we're not really doing nothing.
I know. Yeah. What else we gonna do? Go out there and turn on the lights. We got power.
We already ate dinner too, so
We got power. Yeah, because I did smoke some stuff today. So I live in California, 3 hours behind you. Woke up every 2 hours checking for your weather
Oh, wow.
updates. Thank you,
Yeah.
Marlene. We appreciate you. I kept praying. God was with you. And y'all, whether you believe or not, that's okay. You're entitled to your own opinion, thoughts, and beliefs. But we truly do appreciate everybody that was praying for us, praying for everybody else. Yeah, it means the world to us. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. Crystal says, I didn't like Kentucky. Crystal, I think we would. Land super cheap up there, good hunting, hollers, valleys,
Andrew would
lakes,
like
rivers.
Kentucky.
Like, I would like it. I'd
Yeah.
like it.
I probably like a little cooler weather, but
Yep.
gotta have my beach.
To be perfectly honest with you, what the reason we never went up to Kentucky, and we were going to before we ever even started YouTube, by the way, a long time ago. What kept us from going is there's just not a lot of work up there, not a lot of jobs. Land is dirt cheap, but people rush to that and they realize, oh man, the next town's 30 miles away. Actually, kind of like it is here. That's why it's cheap. But now that if we had YouTube back then and could earn a living via internet, we probably would be up there, to be perfectly honest with you. But that said, she loves her beach. I love the ocean. I love Florida's rivers. I love our fall. No, really like our summer. It is. I don't like the bugs, but there's lots of things we love about this state. And now that we have our beautiful homestead and our beautiful house that we built and this new awesome adventure we're carrying on with the river property, it was absolutely the right choice for us to stay here. We love it. We absolutely love it.
We're right where we need to be.
Right. Until two to three more hurricanes in this area, which never gets them. And we said, we're out of here.
Yeah.
That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a joke. We ain't leaving. We ain't leaving. All right. EF5 tornado suck a basement out of the ground. Luckily, we don't get those, Roger. And no basements here either.
Not for me.
Yeah. Nope. I don't watch Twister. That's the closest I want to get to one of them storms. So did they get the septic system in before the storm? Absolutely not. So the guy doing the septic install got pushed way behind because of all this. Actually, because a lot of the lift stations in cities around here went down, he's now running around helping pump out lift stations, haul city municipal waste and stuff off. So his install jobs got pushed way behind, but I totally get it. He needs to go help out. He needs to go make the money where he can make it. We've got the ground cleared. We'll get that in when we get it in. We got our permit. It's good for 18 months. We're good to go. We're good to go. Christine, I'm so sorry. I don't know when you did this, but thank you so much. And I'm sorry if I've missed somebody. I'm so far behind tonight. I'm not even on live chat. I'm on top chat. Shame on me.
Oh.
I don't know what all I've missed tonight. I know I've missed some stuff. Oops. Christine, thank you so much.
You probably shouldn't have changed that until.
So I know. Oops. So kind and generous. Thank you. You're always doing that. So what we do with the memberships, we'll give some sneak peeks behind the scenes. We allow early access to videos. We'll do some of that stuff as well. And Christine donates them all the time. And we thank you so much. So Adam says, don't forget the cork board for Zoe's pictures.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely got plenty of Zoe's pictures. We need to put one of those up in the office as well. Texas Homestead says, thank you so much, by the way. When you get on the roof to fix it, remember to take a phone and secure that ladder. Yep, that's a running joke.
I'll be around too.
That's a running joke on the channel, y'all. So when I was back building the house here a long time ago, I got up on the roof. Yeah, I'm scrolling back up now. I know I've missed several people. I got up on the roof. Ladder fell off while I was recording an outro to the video, by the way, talking about the new roof we put on this house, and heard the ladder slide off in the background. Chills went down my spine. I was like, that couldn't happen. Storms rolling in and turn around. Yeah, ladder's gone. Yeah, we're 12, 16 feet up here. And left my phone.
Contemplated jumping off.
Did not leave my phone, but contemplated jumping off.
You had your phone.
I'm 40 years old. I ain't trying to break no hip. Now, about 7, at the time I was like 37, but I'd still broke my hip. And wound up, you've never experienced anything until you're a 37-year-old man stuck on the roof. And you start calling all your friends. You find out who your friends are, by the way. Some don't answer. Typical. Some do answer.
They're guys.
Hey, man. How you doing? I'm at work. What's going on? Oh, are you? Oh.
Call me later.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Okay. They call back later. What was it? Nothing. Call a few more. Finally get a hold of some. Hey, man, what you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Well, stuck on a roof. Huh? Wonder if you could come out and rescue me. I finally called a friend 20 miles away that came out here and rescued me. Before he rescued me, he does what a typical guy friend does. Took pictures, took everything else of me trapped on the roof, ladder on the ground, even framed one of those pictures for me and gave it to me. And I still have it up on our kitchen counter right now. So that's been a running joke on the channel. Everybody says with the new house I'm building, I'm gonna get trapped on the roof. And I literally legitimately got trapped on the roof. I was up there, what, hour and a half? I think it was.
Yeah, it's quite a while.
Yeah, storm rolling in, and she was working a major town away, a long ways away, and wasn't going to be home for hours. I called her and, what are you doing?
He didn't even tell me what was going on. He just said, "Hey, what time are you going to be home?" I was like 6:30.
And it was like 2.
I thought he was trying to ask me to go to the grocery store, which I was like, I am not fixing to go to the grocery store. So I was like, 6:30, and that's all I said. I didn't say why. What you need?
And I was like, okay, talk to you later. Oh, while I'm watching a lightning storm rolling in. Oh, I gotta jump. There's no way she can get me.
Yeah. All right.
If I know, boy, we just rambled off, didn't
we didn't forget about you, Cindy. Sorry, his live streams kind of jumped down on the comments and everything. So
Cindy.
thank you, Cindy.
Enjoy your videos. So making a donation, Cindy,
you.
appreciate you so
Thank
much.
you,
I did want to go back and catch these because I do jump all over the place with comments.
I wonder if Cindy's new.
Cindy Bendereth. I don't know if I recognize that last name. Now, while we do have a decent amount of members, which we're very blessed and thankful for, I do a pretty good job of remembering names, but it's hard to remember 160,000 names. But we do our best. We absolutely do our best. So, Cindy, thank you so much. Don't know that we do recognize your name, but we're happy to have you. All right, and I think I got everybody else there. Let's go back to some live chat. We'll catch a couple more. This is definitely one of our longest live streams, and we will get on out of here. So Sharon says, please keep Hammer in your prayers. He's in the hospital with severe pneumonia. Oh gosh, there's some heart issues. Hammer can't catch a break. So sorry to hear that, Sharon. Please let him know. I'll reach out to him via email as well.
Updated on that.
Yeah.
Hammer was on earlier too. Yes.
Was he? Okay. Hammer's been with us quite a while. Another one of our family.
Hammer, take care of yourself.
Yeah, please do. Absolutely. Please do, buddy. So Dirtfoot Racing says, do you guys live in Perry? We live just north of Perry, so very close. Anytime you see Perry on the news, Perry's not a big town, by the way. Y'all see me do videos in Perry all the time. But Perry's on the news because literally the last 3 hurricanes for Florida come right up to us. We're just north of Perry, and they just jump over and get Perry. Poor Perry cannot catch a break.
Yeah.
Y'all have seen me do videos on Perry. I've worked in Perry for a long time. She worked in Perry. We go shop in Perry. We live right by Perry. The poor community there, y'all just cannot catch a break. The sawmill closed down, which is a big employer there. The paper mill closed down, which was by far the biggest employer there. That's where I used to work for so long. And then back to back hurricanes. That poor town cannot catch a break. Our hearts break so bad for Perry. That's why y'all see me go do some shopping there, and I try to pitch and give some hardware stores and stuff some notice there, and try to entice people to come help shop because the community
small town,
is devastated. Tiffany, I don't know if you wanted me to say it or not, or tonight or not, but she's now taking up donations and collections from local people. She's been posting on Facebook. She's traveling there this coming week to start carrying supplies, household goods, clothing for all the people that's lost stuff there. So thank you for doing that, by the way. That town has just been wrecked, y'all. Absolutely wrecked. And my goodness, I've talked to so many linemen and stuff around here. They're like, literally the linemen now are like, well, coming back to Perry, see y'all again. You just about see them on the road and wave because they've been living here just as much as home the last few months. They're traveling from Oklahoma and everywhere else. My goodness. So what you need, pen?
Yeah, I was wanting a pen.
You writing me a note?
I'll just go ahead and say something because I was going to write it down so I don't forget because I forgot several times. I think it was Pam that wants to know, are we still going to the Ag Expo? And we are going to the Ag Expo.
And what is it, the 15th? Let me skip ahead.
Yeah, I believe that's,
Let me go to October here and look. So those of y'all that would like, yes, 15th.
Well, is it the 15th?
Ooh.
Because we're not going to go, are we going to go the first day?
Yes.
I don't know. We will be posting a community tab of our exact dates of when we're going to be there and try to meet up with anybody that wants to meet us there. Last year we got to meet several people there, and that was awesome. So we would love for anybody that's in the areas of Moultrie, Georgia that want to come meet us and hang out with us for the day. That would be great.
Sunbelt Ag Expo, middle of October. It's either the 15th or 16th. We're going the first day of it. It's a 3-day event. We're going to be at a couple booths there. We'll announce that on our channel, but yeah, we'd love to meet y'all. Thank y'all for bringing that up. We're getting close enough to that time now. We do need to announce that. We'd love to go out and shake your hand and just meet up with y'all. We had a great time last year. We're going to do it again, weather permitting. We'll see what happens, but I think it's either going to be 15th or 16th. Y'all look up the dates, whatever the first day of it is. We're going to be there all day long. So there was one here I seen. Do we have enough bloopers for a video? Not recently. Sadly, Pest Hunter, when I was building the house, I did have bloopers all the
We're
time.
probably going to
We're
have
going
some,
to.
though. With both of us on camera and everything, I'm sure we'll be able to
We're going to have to bleep out some of them bleepers, though. She's got a potty mouth. Don't look at
do.
me like that. I'm joking. I'm joking. Sometimes. So yeah, we'll eventually get y'all some. There's no doubt about that. A 20. How long we been together?
We've been together going on 21 years next year.
Yeah,
but
always let the wife answer.
17 years of marriage.
Okay, so when
This
you've been together
year-
this long and you start working together, which we recently have started doing, and you're going to try to build a new house together, oh, there's going to be plenty of bloopers.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of bloopers.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah. So stay tuned.
So Mason says, I've been around almost 2 years, but
Oh,
never
wow.
comments. I doubt y'all know me. Well, if you don't comment, no, I don't know you, Mason. So that's your
Well,
fault.
glad to see you on here so we can get to know you.
Absolutely.
Pick on you.
We always tell everybody, say, hey, we get a lot of people on here all the time that chat with us. And then we got a lot of people that watch and just stay behind the scenes. Hey, if you want to be a lurker, that's up to you. I totally understand it. You do you. So, Dan, is your pool full of junk and branches?
Every time.
Every time.
But
Now,
actually, this
let's
time.
don't complain too much. We don't have a whole lot of trees around the pool.
Yeah.
But the
It's
last
not
time,
much.
oh my goodness, the last time, unbelievable amount of leaves from our beautiful oak. This time, not so much, although full of leaves, because our poor beautiful oak was already stripped of all its leaves.
And we've been getting the winds coming from
which
the
we
north.
kind of did this time. Remember, the eyewall moved up and then shifted and got us again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've been getting
Yeah.
the winds of the
So
north.
what I did today something I never do because I had enough fuel on hand. I felt comfortable. I brought out one of my old generators. I rewired the plug on the pool pump because it hasn't run in 3 days and the pool's going to turn green if you don't run it, especially in hot Florida. And I wired a new plug on. The generator barely started the pool pump. That pool pump is insane. It uses just crazy amount of power. And I ran pool pump for probably 8 to 10 hours today, and tried to nuke
I was glad
the
you
pool.
did that.
Yeah, and we need to, or we're gonna lose the pool. We still got a lot of organic matter in there. She got a bunch of leaves out.
Yeah, normally I'm able to get in the pool and scoop it all out, but it's a little risky.
A little chilly now.
In the water, anyways. Yeah, I know it's hot outside, but the water's kind of
Get
cold.
pool tomorrow and get them out, regardless.
I will after you do.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was coming. All right. Let's grab a couple more here and then we'll wrap this thing up. Wait a minute. Oh, Texas Homestead. Thank you so much again for the Linda Helping Hand to Perry Fund. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, I'll definitely do that. I'll keep track of it. I'll write it down.
We will absolutely do that. So, and I appreciate
Thank
Tiffany
you.
for doing that. She just on
Yeah.
her own decided to start. She's reached out to a bunch of friends. She's reached out to multiple counties. She's going and running and doing a few different collection sites, hauling this stuff around. That was awesome of her to do that. That was
Yeah,
awesome
I feel like I need to do more, but that's what I'm gonna do for now on.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
There's been a ton of people, y'all. And we don't want to brag or get no spotlight on us, but y'all, there's been a ton of people come from out of state that doesn't know nobody here, doesn't know this community. There's groups that come in and just literally will help clean up. There's people that just drive here with chainsaws and just want to show up and work and help Elderly and everybody else. We've seen groups come in with huge grills and thousands of pounds worth of food and just start cooking and passing out food. And they're all nonprofit. They're not asking for nothing. Like, that's amazing to see. So the least we can do is go out and offer some helping hands to people we don't even know as well. So Christine, unbelievably generous. Thank you so much. She says, use this or pay it forward. Great. You were helping out.
Absolutely will.
I promise you.
Absolutely will. We always do.
It will absolutely go to some people. The last time we got hit, we had some unbelievably generous people reach out to us in private, send some stuff out. And I promise you, with everything that's in me, it all went to some people and then some. We matched some of those donations. It meant so much to us. What are you looking at?
I hear something. Sound like a bug or something. I don't know what it is.
Thank
you, Christine.
Somebody breaking in. Yes, that means so much. Christine, you're also kind of generous.
Skipped Adam. He was above it too.
I may have.
Yeah, right there.
Yep. I jumped
Sorry, it shot down, Adam.
Adam, again, take my donations tonight.
I will. Thank you.
Adam. We appreciate you so much. You're always so kind and good to us.
Thank you, Adam.
So does Tiffany shave your head? No.
I would be doing that probably 2 times a week.
Yeah, I haven't shaved my head in a long time. I just do a no guard pair of clippers. So a number 0. No guard at all. Doesn't bother me. I used to back in the day shave my head. Honestly, it's such a hassle, so much work. I just started doing a number one. Whenever a few days later this gets more than a quarter inch, I start getting hot. Off it goes, especially while it's still hot. I can't stand hair. I can grow a full head of hair, but can't stand it. This is the hottest state ever. Too much humidity. I don't like hair. Don't like it at all. By the way, whoever sent me the nose trimmer as a joke, I used it again tonight.
Thank God.
Yeah, somebody sent me that as a joke, and I finally got the courage to use it. It hasn't ripped my hair
You
out
didn't
yet.
do a very good job.
Yeah, it happens. I'm 40 years old. I can always tell people you
Golly.
grow things and hair in places you don't want when you start getting older, and you lose it in places you want. That's just the way that stuff works out. All right. So Adam says you passed me. Ah ha ha. Joke's on you. I just went back and got you. Even though I just found your newest comment right there.
Thank
Oh
you,
my
Adam.
goodness. Y'all, all right. We've been yakking for almost an hour and a half, maybe our longest live
I
stream
think
ever.
it is. Yeah.
We love and appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for your generosity. We're going to
Yes,
go
thank
help
you.
and bless some people in this community that were a lot less fortunate than us. Thanks to y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. Appreciate all the new people that's joined and follow along the channel. Lots of varied content here. Some you're going to love, some you're not going to like, but stick with us because there may be some more come along that you like. We love and appreciate all y'all. Don't forget, a lot of people going through some hurting here. A lot of people lost everything. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Reach out to the ones that you know. If there's anything that we can do for you or anything you want us to do for the people down here that's hurting like you're already doing, please don't hesitate to email us. It's down in the video description. Reach out to us via comments, whatever it may be. Again, thank y'all so much. So
Thank you.
assuming the internet holds in and we got power or fiber or whatever by next weekend, next Sunday night, we'll do another live stream.
We'll be here.
We've got some more videos coming this week. One video is going to be over at the property that was before the hurricane. So if you look at it and go, man, it looks great over there, keep in mind that was for the hurricane.
Oh, yeah,
That'll
I didn't know
post.
that.
And then, of course, plenty of cleanup videos coming. That's going to bore some of y'all, but then some of y'all are going to want to watch the equipment. And then we're going to get back into these fun projects right here. So love and appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for watching us. We'll
Yes.
catch you on the
Good
next one.
night.
Y'all take care. We'll see you later.